Even though he has passed away more than half a decade, Bruce Lee is still the name most passed down by people as a top martial artist in Hong Kong. So famous that he is often called the man who popularized martial arts films, Bruce Lee is admired by people for his supernatural martial arts skills that few people can possess. However, in contrast to his admirable career, Bruce Lee's lifespan only stopped at 32 due to an unfortunate subjectivity. Furthermore, Bruce Lee's personal life was also filled with tragedy that only his daughter knew about. Today, she had a chance to reveal details of her father's dark times. Don't miss a single second of this video. Bruce Lee, a legendary figure in the world of martial arts and cinema, is often remembered as a master martial artist. His reputation as a martial arts icon is well-deserved. But it's essential to clarify that he never claimed mastery over any single martial art practiced worldwide. Instead, Bruce Lee was a versatile and innovative martial artist who embraced a diverse range of martial arts disciplines and philosophies. While it is true that Bruce Lee did not achieve the traditional level of mastery in a single martial art, it would be a mistake to underestimate his expertise. He possessed an extraordinary understanding of combat techniques, principles, and philosophies from various martial arts systems. His unique approach was characterized by a philosophy known as Jeet Kune Do, which can be translated as the way of the intercepting fist. Bruce Lee's ability to adapt and incorporate the most effective elements from different martial arts made him a formidable fighter. He was known for his speed, precision, and explosiveness, which enabled him to outmaneuver and outperform his opponents. His martial arts philosophy emphasized practicality and efficiency, promoting the idea that one should use what works best for them rather than adhering rigidly to a single style. It's noteworthy that Bruce Lee's journey into martial arts began with a loss at the age of 14, where he had no formal training. This defeat served as a pivotal moment in his life, igniting a strong desire to learn how to defend himself. In 1957, he came under the guidance of Yip Man, a renowned master of Wing Chun. If Bruce Lee came close to mastering any martial art, it was undoubtedly Wing Chun. Wing Chun, a Chinese martial art known for its focus on close-quarters combat and efficiency, deeply influenced Bruce Lee's martial arts philosophy. He honed his skills in Wing Chun and adapted its techniques to suit his own unique style. While he didn't limit himself to Wing Chun, it became a significant part of his foundation as a martial artist. The question of why Bruce Lee did not technically master any single martial art, despite his remarkable abilities, can be attributed to a combination of factors, including his mixed ancestry, cultural norms, and his early experiences in martial arts training. Bruce Lee's mixed ancestry, with his mother being half Chinese and half Caucasian, played a significant role in shaping his martial arts journey. In traditional Chinese culture, there was a general reluctance to teach martial arts to foreigners, and Lee's mixed heritage raised eyebrows and made it challenging for him to find suitable sparring partners and instructors. This cultural barrier posed a unique challenge for Lee as he sought to develop his martial arts skills. One pivotal moment in Bruce Lee's martial arts education was his association with Yip Man, a renowned Wing Chun master, in 1957. Yip Man recognized Lee's potential and took him under his wing, providing direct instruction. This mentorship significantly influenced Lee's martial arts development, particularly in the Wing Chun style. Under Yip Man's guidance, Bruce Lee honed his skills and absorbed the core principles of Wing Chun, making it a crucial component of his martial arts foundation. However, before Bruce Lee could complete his formal training under Yip Man, he made a significant life decision. In 1959, he moved to the United States to continue his education, initially settling in Seattle, Washington, and later attending the University of Washington in Minnesota. In 1960, Lee's pursuit of academic goals took precedence over his formal martial arts instruction. After Bruce Lee left Hong Kong and settled in the United States, he embarked on a journey of teaching martial arts and refining his own unique fighting style. Drawing inspiration from the teachings of Yip Man and his experience with Wing Chun, Bruce Lee developed his martial arts system, which he named Jun Fan Gung Fu, meaning Bruce Lee's Kung Fu in translation. This was a significant step in his martial arts career, as he began to establish his own distinct identity within the martial arts world. In 1961, Bruce Lee opened his first martial arts studio in Seattle, Washington, which he aptly named the Lee Jun Fan Kung Fu Institute. This studio served as a platform for him to share his evolving martial arts philosophy with eager students. His teachings were a fusion of the principles he had learned from Yip Man and his personal insights into combat efficiency and practicality. However, the most pivotal moment in Bruce Lee's martial arts journey occurred in 1964 when he engaged in a high-profile fight with Wong Jack Man, another martial artist. The fight had arisen due to Lee's insistence on teaching martial arts to non-Chinese students, challenging traditional norms. The battle between Bruce Lee and Wong Jack Man lasted for about 20 minutes, and after it concluded, Lee reflected on the experience. Bruce Lee realized that the fight had lasted too long and that the traditional form of kung fu he had been following was too rigid and formalistic to be truly practical in real-world combat situations. This introspection marked the turning point that led to the evolution of Jeet Kune Do, his groundbreaking martial arts philosophy. Jeet Kune Do, officially developed in 1967, represented a revolutionary departure from traditional martial arts. It was a system of fighting that emphasized practicality, flexibility, efficiency, speed, and physical conditioning. Jeet Kune Do discarded the confines of established forms and allowed practitioners to adapt and incorporate the most effective techniques from various martial arts disciplines. It aimed to empower individuals to find their own path in martial arts and in life, aligning with Bruce Lee's broader philosophy of self-improvement and personal growth. After the development of Jeet Kune Do in 1967, Bruce Lee continued to evolve both his martial arts philosophy and his physical conditioning. His commitment to self-improvement extended to achieving peak physical fitness, aiming for a level of athleticism that could be compared to the iconic superhero Captain America. This dedication to physical excellence became a fundamental aspect of his training regimen. Bruce Lee understood the crucial role that fitness and nutrition played in enhancing his martial arts abilities and overall health. He believed that a strong and flexible body was essential for efficient movement and combat. He meticulously crafted a fitness routine that included strength training, cardiovascular conditioning, flexibility exercises, and agility drills. His workouts were intense and designed to push his body to its limits. Nutrition also played a vital role in Bruce Lee's training. He adopted a disciplined approach to his diet, focusing on consuming wholesome foods that provided the necessary nutrients to fuel his body for training and recovery. His emphasis on proper nutrition was a key component in achieving the physical prowess he desired. In addition to his dedication to physical fitness, Bruce Lee formalized Jeet Kune Do as a distinct martial art. He coined the term the style of no style to encapsulate the essence of Jeet Kune Do, emphasizing the abandonment of rigid and formalized approaches to martial arts training. Jeet Kune Do was not bound by tradition or specific techniques. Instead, it encouraged practitioners to absorb what was useful and discard what was not, drawing influences from various martial arts and combat sports. Bruce Lee's eclectic influences in establishing Jeet Kune Do include elements from fencing, Western-style boxing, and his early training in Wing Chun. These diverse sources contributed to the fluid and adaptable nature of the art, allowing practitioners to tailor their techniques and strategies to their individual strengths and circumstances. The enduring legacy of Bruce Lee's teachings and Jeet Kune Do is evident in the continued practice and influence of this martial art. Many notable individuals have been inspired by Bruce Lee's philosophy and have embraced Jeet Kune Do, including his son Brandon Lee, legendary basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, pop sensation Lady Gaga, and renowned actor Nicolas Cage, among many others. While Bruce Lee is widely recognized for his iconic roles in films like Enter the Dragon, many people may not be aware of his extensive early career in the film industry that predated his global fame. Bruce Lee's journey in the world of acting began at an incredibly young age, and his early experiences set the stage for his later success. Bruce Lee's involvement in the film industry started when he was just a baby, an astonishing fact that many might find surprising. At the tender age of 3 months, he made his debut in the 1941 film Golden Gate Girl. In this early role, Bruce portrayed a Chinese baby, and even at that age, his natural charisma and presence were evident. It was an auspicious start to what would become an illustrious career in the world of entertainment. Although Bruce Lee's film appearances were sporadic during his early years, he continued to pursue acting as he grew older. At the age of 6, he had a significant role in the film The Beginning of a Boy, showcasing his acting talent and dedication even as a child actor. By the time he celebrated his 18th birthday, Bruce Lee had already amassed an impressive portfolio of film appearances, having acted in a total of 20 films. His journey as a child actor culminated in the 1960 film The Orphan, which marked his final role in his early career. Bruce Lee's early work in the film industry during his adolescence may be relatively unknown outside of China and Hong Kong, but within these regions, his contributions are well documented and celebrated. Despite the limited awareness of his early career in many parts of the world, the films he participated in during this period are considered valuable treasures in the history of Hong Kong cinema. Finding Bruce Lee's Hong Kong films with English or other language translations can be somewhat challenging. Still, for those with a keen interest in exploring his early work, there are avenues to access these cinematic gems. One valuable resource for discovering and appreciating Bruce Lee's lesser-known works is the Hong Kong Film Archive, where many of his early films have lapsed into the public domain. This means that these films are no longer under copyright protection, allowing enthusiasts and film historians to access and study them freely. While official translations of these films into languages other than Chinese may be limited, the dedication of Bruce Lee's global fanbase has led to the creation of unofficial English subtitles for select features. These passionate fans have taken it upon themselves to make Bruce Lee's early films more accessible to audiences outside of China and Hong Kong. By adding English subtitles, they have allowed fans from diverse linguistic backgrounds to enjoy and appreciate the talent and charisma of the young Bruce Lee. The iconic scene in Kill Bill Volume 2, where Uma Thurman's character, the bride, uses the one-inch punch to escape from her buried coffin, is indeed a memorable and dramatic moment in the film. This technique, which might seem like a cinematic exaggeration or gimmick to many viewers, was actually based on a real-life demonstration frequently performed by the legendary martial artist Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was known for his incredible physical prowess and mastery of martial arts techniques, and the one-inch punch was one of his signature moves that left audiences astonished. This demonstration showcased not only Lee's immense strength, but also his exceptional speed and precision. During this performance, Bruce Lee would typically select a volunteer from the audience who would stand in front of him, wearing a protective board or gear covering their chest. Behind the volunteer would be a chair, positioned to absorb the force of the punch. Lee would then position his fingers against the volunteer's chest, preparing for the punch. In a fraction of a second, Bruce Lee would convert his extended fingers into a tightly clenched fist and deliver the punch with all his considerable strength. The result was nothing short of astounding. The volunteer, upon impact, would often be propelled backward into the chair, sliding several feet due to the force generated by Lee's one-inch punch. This feat left both the volunteer and the audience in awe, as it defied conventional expectations of how much power could be generated from such a short distance. The one-inch punch, as famously demonstrated by Bruce Lee, is a remarkable display of biomechanical efficiency and martial arts mastery, biomechanical researcher Jessica Rose from Stanford University has provided valuable insights into the mechanics behind this awe-inspiring technique. One of the key elements of Bruce Lee's one-inch punch is the rapid and explosive knee extension in both his leading and trailing legs. This movement generates a significant amount of force as it propels his hips to twist with incredible speed. The rapid hip rotation causes his shoulder to lurch forward, aligning it perfectly for the punch. This coordinated movement is crucial in generating the power needed for the one-inch punch. What makes Bruce Lee's one-inch punch even more astonishing is his ability to utilize his entire body and likely most of his resting energy in each punch. By engaging his legs, hips, and core muscles to their maximum capacity, he effectively channels all the potential energy stored in his body into the focused strike. Bruce Lee's technique doesn't stop there. After delivering the punch, he instantaneously pulls his fist back. This rapid retraction shortens the impact time significantly. As a result, the force he generates is compressed into a smaller time frame, making the punch all the more powerful. This combination of speed, precision, and energy transfer creates a stunning effect where a seemingly short and close-range punch can have a forceful impact. While Bruce Lee is primarily known as a martial artist and actor, few may realize that he was also a poet and philosopher. His diverse interests and educational background played a significant role in shaping his worldview and creative expression. During his time at the University of Washington, Bruce Lee delved into the realms of poetry and philosophy. He immersed himself in the study of both Asian and Western philosophies, drawing inspiration from a wide range of sources. His philosophical exploration encompassed elements of Jiddu Krishnamurti's teachings, Buddhism, Taoism, and various Western philosophical traditions. This multidisciplinary approach to philosophy deepened Bruce Lee's understanding of the human condition, the nature of existence, and the pursuit of self-realization. He saw his martial arts practice as more than just physical combat. It was a means of self-expression and a reflection of his philosophical beliefs. His martial arts philosophy, encapsulated in Jeet Kune Do, emphasized the importance of embracing one's true self and adapting to the ever-changing circumstances of life. Bruce Lee's exploration of philosophy also fostered his love for poetry. He used poetry as a medium to express his innermost thoughts, emotions, and reflections on the human experience. Many of his poems, characterized by their introspective and profound nature, offer insight into his philosophical outlook on life, love, and the human condition. Although Bruce Lee's work as a poet remained relatively obscure during his lifetime, it was later compiled and edited by John Little, shedding light on this lesser-known aspect of his creative expression. Little described Bruce Lee's poems as having a unique quality by American standards, often delving into the deeper and less exposed recesses of the human psyche. Many of his poems reflect sentiments related to the fleeting nature of life, the complexities of love, and the passionate longing that defines the human experience. Bruce Lee's lifelong commitment to personal growth and intellectual exploration extended beyond his formal studies and creative pursuits. He was an avid reader and maintained an extensive and impressive library in his home throughout his life. This library, at the time of his passing, comprised more than 2,500 books, offering a glimpse into his insatiable curiosity and thirst for knowledge. Among the diverse range of books in his collection, many were dedicated to martial arts and philosophy. These texts provided Bruce Lee with a wealth of insights, perspectives, and inspiration that he drew upon to enrich his understanding of martial arts and the philosophical underpinnings that guided his life. Bruce Lee's dedication to reading and intellectual exploration was not confined to any particular phase of his life. It was a continuous pursuit that helped him evolve as both a martial artist and a thinker. His commitment to expanding his knowledge mirrored his broader philosophy of self-improvement and self-actualization. In a poignant reflection shortly before his untimely death, Bruce Lee penned a personal essay titled "In My Own Process." In this essay, he contemplated his place in the world and his multifaceted identity. He acknowledged that he had chosen to be a martial artist and had pursued acting as his profession. However, he went beyond these roles to express his aspiration to be something more profound, a true artist of life. Bruce Lee's remarkable speed and agility are indeed legendary, and have left an indelible mark on the world of martial arts and cinema. His ability to move with a level of swiftness that seemed to defy the laws of physics and human capability has often led people to marvel at his incredible talent. The astonishing speed that Bruce Lee exhibited in his martial arts movements was the result of several factors, including his unwavering devotion to nutrition and fitness. He pursued a rigorous training regimen that sculpted his body into peak physical condition. His commitment to maintaining a high level of fitness allowed him to achieve an extraordinary level of speed, precision, and power in his martial arts techniques. One of the most striking aspects of Bruce Lee's speed was the incredible velocity at which he could execute his strikes and movements. His punches and kicks were delivered with such lightning-fast speed that they often appeared as blurs, even when captured on camera. This phenomenon led some observers to believe that his movements were supernaturally fast. However, the reality was that Bruce Lee's physical prowess and training had elevated his speed to an extraordinary level. In fact, Bruce Lee's movements were so rapid that filmmakers did not need to use any enhancements or tricks to make him appear faster on screen than he actually was. His natural speed and precision were sufficient to create the mesmerizing visual effects seen in his films. In some scenes, he even had to deliberately slow down his movements to ensure that they would register properly on camera and appear realistic to the audience. Bruce Lee's impact on the world of cinema and martial arts is profound and enduring, and while many may remember him for his iconic roles in American and Hong Kong films, his journey to becoming a leading man was marked by dedication, determination, and innovation. Bruce Lee's early foray into American cinema included a supporting role in the film Marlowe. However, it wasn't until The Big Boss that audiences had the opportunity to witness Bruce Lee truly shining on screen as the lead character. This 1971 film marked a turning point in his career, and it allowed him to showcase his extraordinary martial arts skills and charisma in a leading role. The Big Boss catapulted him to fame, both in Hong Kong and internationally. Following his success in The Big Boss, Bruce Lee continued to solidify his status as a leading man in the world of martial arts cinema. Fist of Fury, released in 1972, further cemented his reputation as a dynamic and iconic action star. In this film, he portrayed the character Chen Zhen, a character that became one of his most memorable and beloved roles. The Way of the Dragon, released in 1972, not only featured Bruce Lee as the lead, but also marked his directorial debut. This film, often referred to as Return of the Dragon, showcased his incredible martial arts prowess and his ability to choreograph breathtaking fight scenes. One of the most iconic moments in this film was the legendary showdown between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris in the Colosseum in Rome. Perhaps Bruce Lee's most famous film is Enter the Dragon, released in 1973. This film was not only a martial arts masterpiece, but also a significant milestone in his career. It was a joint American and Hong Kong production and represented Bruce Lee's entry into Hollywood. Enter the Dragon was a massive success and solidified his status as a global icon. Bruce Lee's untimely passing tragically occurred shortly after the completion of his iconic film, Enter the Dragon. Despite his premature departure from this world, his groundbreaking work in the film industry, especially in Enter the Dragon, has left a lasting legacy that continues to be celebrated and recognized. Enter the Dragon, released in 1973, is widely regarded as one of the most influential martial arts films in history. This masterpiece not only showcased Bruce Lee's exceptional martial arts skills and charismatic screen presence, but also played a pivotal role in elevating martial arts cinema to a global level. Its cultural and historical significance was duly acknowledged when it was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry, an honor reserved for films deemed historically significant to American culture. The film's recognition in the National Film Registry reflects its enduring impact on cinema, as it paved the way for a new era of martial arts movies and popularized the genre around the world. Enter the Dragon is often considered a cornerstone in the development of action cinema, and Bruce Lee's portrayal of the charismatic and skilled martial artist in the film has become an iconic representation of the genre. One of the notable consequences of Enter the Dragon's massive success was the kung fu craze it sparked. The film's popularity triggered a wave of interest in Chinese martial arts, and led to a surge in the production of Chinese-influenced martial arts films. This cinematic phenomenon brought an influx of martial arts-themed movies to the big screen, as filmmakers sought to capitalize on the newfound fascination with martial arts. However, many of these films faced a challenging dilemma: how to replicate the charisma, skill, and presence of Bruce Lee himself. As a result, some of these movies could conceivably be subtitled, "Not Bruce Lee, so why bother?" While they attempted to ride the wave of the kung fu craze, they often struggled to match the authenticity and impact of Bruce Lee's performances. Bruce Lee's tragic and unexpected death was a profound loss that deeply affected not only his fans, but also the entire world. His untimely passing was the result of a sequence of events that, when viewed in retrospect, seemed like a cruel twist of fate for a man who had dedicated his life to fitness and well-being. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of Bruce Lee's passing was the cause, an allergic reaction to a medication called meprobamate. Meprobamate was taken by Lee to alleviate a simple headache, a common ailment that most people would not consider risky or life-threatening. However, in Bruce Lee's case, this seemingly harmless medication had a devastating impact on his health. The allergic reaction to meprobamate caused Bruce Lee's brain to swell considerably, an alarming increase of 13%. This condition is known as cerebral edema, a medical emergency characterized by the accumulation of excess fluid in the brain. The swelling of the brain can exert tremendous pressure within the skull, leading to severe neurological complications. Bruce Lee's dedication to nutrition and fitness made his death all the more shocking and difficult for his fans to comprehend. He had meticulously maintained his physical well-being throughout his life, and his passing, due to an unforeseen medical event, was a painful irony. The official cause of Bruce Lee's death was ruled as death by misadventure, a term often used by coroners to describe a death resulting from an accident or unintended consequence, typically after engaging in risky behavior. However, in Bruce Lee's case, it is challenging to consider taking a headache pill as a risky behavior. In the wake of Bruce Lee's death, there were rumors and speculations about possible conspiracies and murder, but the conclusive finding by medical experts was that he died from cerebral edema. The tragedy of the situation lies in the potential treatability of the condition. If Bruce Lee had sought medical attention earlier, the cerebral edema might have been addressed, and his life could have been saved. Bruce Lee's tragic death marked the beginning of a unique phenomenon in the world of cinema, one that is often referred to as Bruceploitation. This term aptly describes the exploitative approach taken by filmmakers in China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan in the wake of Bruce Lee's passing. The kung fu craze that had been ignited by Enter the Dragon took an opportunistic turn as studios sought to capitalize on the late martial arts legend's popularity, appearance, and style. The essence of Bruceploitation lay in the studio's practice of hiring actors who bore a resemblance to Bruce Lee, often featuring a striking physical resemblance. These actors were cast in low-budget martial arts films, with the hope that the audience would mistake them for the late Bruce Lee. To enhance this illusion, many of these Bruce Lee lookalikes adopted stage names that sounded remarkably similar to Bruce Lee's name, adding to the confusion. Names like Bruce Lee, Bruce Lai, Dragon Lee, Bruce Leong, and Bruce Lee became commonplace in the industry during the 1970s. Unfortunately, the majority of Bruceploitation films were of subpar quality, characterized by rudimentary plots, hasty production values, and attempts to mimic Bruce Lee's iconic martial arts style without the same level of authenticity. These films often lacked the depth, charisma, and genuine martial arts prowess that Bruce Lee had brought to his own work. Some of the most notorious examples of Bruceploitation films include titles like Bruce Lee, The Man, The Myth, Enter the Game of Death, The Dragon Lives Again, My Name Called Bruce, Exit the Dragon, Enter the Tiger, Challenge of the Tiger, and Game of Death. While these films may not have matched the quality of Bruce Lee's original works, they became part of the larger cultural phenomenon driven by fascination with Bruce Lee and the desire to fill the void left by his untimely death. Game of Death stands out as a unique entry in the Bruceploitation genre. Bruce Lee had filmed scenes for the movie in 1972, but tragically never had the opportunity to complete it. In a creative effort to salvage the project, filmmakers incorporated stock footage and shots made for the film before Bruce Lee's passing. While it doesn't match the brilliance of Bruce Lee's work, Game of Death remains a noteworthy example of how filmmakers tried to pay tribute to the martial arts icon and complete his final project. What do you think about Bruce Lee's tragic life? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.